Okay folks, welcome back to the channel here. In today's video, we are taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 Plus after using it for well over a year. Now, if you happen to be in the market for a large Android tablet and you were considering either the Tab S10 Plus or the S9 Plus or the, even the Ultra, this video is very important because I'm going to be sharing what my experience has been like using this tablet for well over a year. I'm going to be sharing what to expect after a year if you already own one. And of course, the third point here is I'm going to be sharing whether I recommend picking up the Galaxy Tab S10 Plus here, even today, as we are pretty much at the end of 2025. Let's go ahead and jump in. Now, I want to start off this way. As of today, the Galaxy Tab S10 Plus is still the tablet that I use the most. That is despite owning the newest flagship, the Galaxy Tab S11 here, and even the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra that I have here. Don't try this at home, by the way, holding it like this, right? So I have the latest Galaxy tablets, but yet I still go back to this. Now, I'm different, man. I have very large hands, and this is the tablet that fits me the most. So that was more of a biased take as to why I still use this. Now, let me go ahead and share what my experience has been like so that you can determine whether this is going to be the tablet for you. Now, first thing is going to be the design. I think this is still the best looking tablet in the market right now. This design that Samsung adopted and they stayed with for a number of iterations, I think it's still the best design. It's well built, it's thin, it's very portable, at least to me, but at the same time, to those of you looking for something with a large screen real estate, this can satisfy that because it's a 12.4 inches display. But anyways, so sticking with design here, I think it's a beautiful design here, and this is the last iteration of the flagship, the Galaxy flagship series that still had the charger on the back there for the S Pen. Also meaning this is the last generation that still was supporting an active S Pen. We have power button, volume rocker. They don't have the fingerprint sensor on this one here, but you do have an optical fingerprint sensor which unlocks the tablet very well. It works pretty well. I like it. I prefer physical fingerprint sensor here, but it works well here. So as far as the physical aspect of the tablet goes, I still very much like it. It is thin, of course. You have your USB Type-C port there, and that's a 3.0 USB Type-C, meaning you are going to be able to extend the display. Whatever you got going on the tablet here, you can push that out to an external display. That is always good to have. You have a quad speaker setup, so 2 speakers on each side of the tablet here, which is fantastic positioning of the audio. The audio coming out is super crisp. Very good bass. It's clean audio. I've always enjoyed watching movies, watching YouTube videos, playing games here. Sound quality coming out fantastic. Even if you were to cover the bottom speakers here, the fact that it's a quad speaker setup here, the sound still comes out crispy clean. You have the micro SD card slot there for your ability to expand that internal storage at up to 2 terabyte, which is just amazing, something that the iPad doesn't offer, by the way. And then of course you have your pogo pins there if you have I don't know, keyboard or the official Samsung keyboard for you to snap that in and turn it into somewhat of a computer. All right, so that's as far as the physical aspects goes. In the past year or so, I don't have a single scratch here. That's also because I do take pretty good care of my tablet and I have it in the case, right? It's protecting it. I would suggest you pick up one of those. That makes for peace of mind for you to know that nothing is going to happen to your tablet. And by the way, if this is your first time visiting, welcome to the channel. Of course, please do me a huge favor, hit both the like and the subscribe button there. I truly appreciate that. But anyway, so as far as how it's been holding up over the past year physically, I have nothing to say. Very well built, and it's set to go for many, many more years to come. Let's go ahead and move on to specs and performance here. My unit here is the 512 gigs of internal storage. That does come with 12 gigs of RAM, but even if you were to pick up the 256 gigs of internal storage, the other config, the base config, that also will come with 12 gigs of RAM. It is of course loaded with the MediaTek 9300 Plus, which when Samsung first announced that that was going to be the processor in this tablet, I was not happy. Myself and many, many other people were not happy about Samsung, moving away from Qualcomm's fantastic Snapdragon chipsets. But I gotta tell you, over the past year, the 9300 Plus has been delivering. I have been pleasantly surprised. It's done very, very well. Up until today, performance is still top notch. I've even talked about it in the past. So video editing here, no problem. Heavy gaming here, no problem. Multitasking, heavy projects, you can still tackle that without any issue. So it's been a year, and even today, it still works very, very well. I really thought by the end of the year, given how much we hated the Dimensity 9300 Plus when we knew that it was going to be added here, I really thought by now, that wear and tear would be getting to it. But so far, yeah, I haven't had the tablet crash on me. It doesn't stutter. It doesn't overheat. It could get warm because you're doing a lot of things every now and then, but nothing concerning. Yeah, it's been really good, which is why I anticipated that it was going to be good on the newer version. The 9400 Plus on the S11 series is also fantastic. So I think, even though Samsung pulled away from Qualcomm's Snapdragon chipsets, they're still made the right choice by moving to the MediaTek Dimensity series here. But I personally still prefer a Snapdragon chipset. That's simply because they have years of reliability. They are known for being that good. You know what? That's a completely different topic. Anyways, over the past year, using the Galaxy Tab S10 Plus here, in terms of performance and specs, I have no complaints. It's still very, very powerful. It's still plowing through tasks like there's no tomorrow. AI tools that you have here, still pretty neat things to use here. I like it. And before I forget, the one last thing I want to add with the physical aspect of the tablet is the fact that it is IP68 rated. So if you were to drop this in the pool of water, it would survive. I actually have tested it out and it works. Now, since that test, I haven't gone, near a pool with this, but I've gotten situations where in the kitchen, I get a little bit of splash of water there, but nothing to cause for concern. Now, moving on to display here, if there's one thing that Samsung is known for, is displays, right? They make top level displays, and they did the same here, right? What you have here, as I mentioned earlier, is a 12.4 inches dynamic 2x AMOLED display here. Beautiful display here. The resolution here, I believe, is 1750 by 2800. The PPI is 266 or so. So extremely sharp picture quality. Overall, just amazing. It's been very immersive watching movies there, because not only is it a wide screen, so you really get immersed in that movie that you're watching, or that video, or that game that you're playing, right? So it's a beautiful display. I have zero complaints about that. I don't think I've ever heard anyone complain about any of these flagship displays, except for maybe for those people who don't like, OLED displays, right? But this has been top level over the past year. And the last thing I'm going to add about the display here is that the Tab S10 Plus here is, of course, boasting an anti-glare coating, which is just fantastic when viewing it outside under direct sunlight or in a room that is, well lit. None of that glare is going to be on the display, and that always enhances your user experience. That's something that I actually removed on the following series. Let's go ahead and move on to battery here. And this is where, people would usually raise their eyebrows, right? Because they're expecting to hear or see something with the battery. It's been a year. Well, I can tell you that it's been a year, and that 10,090 milliamp power battery, it's still going, man. I can't tell whether it's gone down or not. It's still at 100%. It's still going strong. So battery here, really good. Samsung did a good job here, just like they did with the Galaxy Tab S9 Plus. So battery life, you don't have to worry about that. On top of that, it does, charge fast at up to 45 watt. So relatively fast, I should say, because it's a large device, right? So relatively fast at up to 45 watt charging speed. So I have no complaint there either. So that's as far as battery goes. Now let's go ahead and move on to the S Pen here. I don't know what I'm going to say about the S Pen. I haven't found myself using those Bluetooth features that much, but even with that, I still would have preferred for them to keep that active part of it with the S11, but that's for another video. Anyway, so the S Pen has been what it does best. It works very well, which is why I still keep this as my daily tablet. Now let's just end this video by putting it this way. Quickly recapping, in terms of design, nothing. It's so very well built and so robust that nothing has happened to it over the past year. Performance, still plowing through things without any problems. I know it was supposed to be, this big failure because now we have a Dimensity 9300 Plus, but it's still going strong. Again, as I mentioned, it could get warm every now and then, but still going pretty strong. Next one here is going to be the display. It's still an amazing display for consuming content, consuming media. It is such a beautiful display, and on top of that, as I mentioned, you do have the anti-glare coating here that takes it to another level. And then of course the fourth thing is going to be the battery. The battery is still going strong. I got no complaints there. Samsung has done a good job with that battery, and overall I just think this tablet has been holding up very, very well. So if you happen to be in the market for this, go for it. In fact, if you're in the market for either this or the S11, I might actually advise for you to save some money and go for this, depending on what you're looking for. Clearly, obviously if you're looking for something with a larger display, go for this. But if you're looking for something with a smaller display with more power, then obviously go for the Tab S11. But in general, if you were to ask me which one should I go for, I would say, yeah, just go for the Tab S10 Plus here, because there are some features here that they got rid of, that they removed when they moved on to the Samsung Galaxy Tab S11. So I'm going to have those links in the description so that you can go ahead and take advantage of whatever deals they currently have running on either one of these two tablets. Anyways, that's just my take on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 Plus here after using it for about a year. I'm certainly hoping that this was informative and that it helps you, make a decision whether you're going to pull the trigger on either this or the Tab S9 Plus or the S11 or even the S11 Ultra. Let me know what any questions you may have in the comment section. Let me know with any comments if you own this tablet and you have something to say, some insights that you would like to share with us. I would absolutely welcome that. I'm going to catch you in that comment section like I always do. Make sure to like, of course. Make sure to share this video if you know anyone who will be interested. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please subscribe to the channel here. I'm going to catch you in the comment section like I mentioned. I'm also going to catch you in the next video. Up until that next video, of course, as always, stay safe out there.